Welcome back, everybody. Today, we need to hack through this jungle. Like, seriously. I mean, we can't even see into it. What is going on? There, the lighting kind of shifts, and you can see a little bit of what's going on in there, but it's crazy, man. It's completely overgrown. That light problem is obviously due to all these floating plants, which we can remove and temporarily bring light back to this tank, but even the scape as a whole is just, it's past its prime. It needs a revitalization. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna try and bring it back and make it cool again. I just don't think it's very fair that the desert tank right here to the left is looking so good and this tank is looking so blah. So let's get our hands dirty. I gotta go find a bucket and we're gonna get rid of a lot of this stuff. I mean, look at all this Japan clover. This is crazy. I've never seen this plant do this. I mean, this is like months and months and months and months of growth, but it's outrageous. Yeah, that worked, I guess. Let's just keep filling up our bucket here. Let's scoop out a bunch of these floaters. We'll try not to scoop up any fish. They really like the attention I'm giving them here. Like, look at that. A handful. Sorry about the glare. Jeez, fish. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. So here we can actually see the tank again. That was blocking a crazy amount of light. We can see the Kurai tetras and the purple emperor tetras, and we can even see the Anubias and the boost that's been down here. So that's pretty fun. I kind of forgot that it was down there. But one thing I do want to do is preserve the red root floaters in here. I pulled out a lot of them. It's too bad that we have all this duckweed that's commingled in here. We're never going to be able to get that out. That's just a fact that I have to accept, but that doesn't mean that we still can't make a really cool scape in this tank again. We're going to unfortunately have to do a lot of work over here on this massive Japan clover that's doing super great. I never like to disturb something that's doing really well, but I mean, it's just a monstrosity. It's totally taken over. So we'll get in, we'll hack it out. We're going to probably have to use the combat knife because the stuff is out of control. See if we can, I mean, look at all this stuff up out of the water. It's crazy. It looks really good and I do like it, but it takes over too much of the scape. We got to do something about it. We'll see if we can preserve a little bit of it though as we go. So don't worry about that if you like this plant. So that definitely needed to happen. There was a lot of mulm that was tucked back, I mean, kind of everywhere. I can't even point to one direction where there was a lot of it. I haven't gotten down into the substrate and cleaned it super well in a long time with that smaller siphon, but that definitely changed the way that it looks in here. We picked up a lot of old moss. If you guys remember what this tank used to look like, here's a picture of it. You probably don't, it's been so long, but all that moss didn't end up working out, and so it ended up down on the substrate, and it actually made the carpet look like it was more full than it was, but it was really just kind of dead moss. So here with it nice and clean, we can see how sparse the dwarf hairgrass is. So hopefully, if we can kind of keep the tank this way from now on, we can get this hairgrass to grow in a little bit better. I know I've probably talked about that in every other video update for this tank. That's been my goal since day one, but now I think we're actually going to try and do it. As far as what to really change in this hardscape, I'm not 100% sure. What I'm going to do is fill the tank back up and think about it a little bit more because I don't really know what the best plan is. Check it out, guys. Upon doing maintenance, there's more babies. This tank has had a couple different generations of the Kurai tetras, but it's been months since I've seen any fresh new babies. That is definitely a fresh new baby. That is super, super tiny. So hopefully there's more than one. I'll have to just be very careful when I'm doing my siphoning, more so than I already am. These fish are going crazy right now. They haven't had swimming room like this in a minute. So they're taking full advantage of it. I'm seeing schools of them going, just slipping between this little crack here and then coming around the back. Maybe we'll see that while we have the camera on right now. But let's go ahead and interrupt them with some freeze-dried brine shrimp. They deserve some food after that water change. This tank consumes a lot of food, guys. There is a lot of fish in here. The purple emperors are just my absolute favorite. They're awesome. And of course Ziggy. Ziggy's chilling. Look at him. That Kurai Tetra, man, he's got the best coloration and of course the best personality. You know, the more I think about it, after the tank has sat here for about an hour after we did our work to it and cleared up a bit, I think I just kind of want to leave it how it is. I don't think any big changes are really necessary for right now. And I think maybe I just need a little bit more time to think about it. It's hard to say what really needs to be different in here besides just redoing the entire thing. I want to give some time for the hair grass to rebound if it's possible, and I don't want to get in here and necessarily remove a ton of rock or reshape the way it is. I think maybe the only thing I want to do, which I can't do today, is get some backlight on this tank. I should rather say get some backlighting for the tank. Some kind of LED back there. I don't know what color, maybe just a clear white to light up the back. You guys have probably seen scapes where there's good backlighting and it can look really cool, and I think this aquarium, because it has that depth to it, I think that could look really cool. So let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. I'm gonna go ahead and get on Amazon here in a second and order something that will do the job for us. These two tanks side by side now look a lot better. This tank needed a lot of help, and I mean, all we really did was take out a ton of the floating plants, and then we also removed quite a bit of that Japan clover as well. But I think that looks a lot better. I tucked in a lot of it into the rock formation here, and hopefully it just kind of stays all in one place for now. I mean, eventually it'll grow back out to the way it was, but we do have quite a bit of time before that's going to happen. That is the jungle tank, guys, but what is next? What is next in this room that needs some help? Well, this tank needs some help. You guys might remember Shrimp Mountain. This is formerly Shrimp Mountain. It's been taken down, deconstructed for a very long time now. It has since become the placeholder for a giant clump of moss. When we did an update video on the desert tank, this is the tank that I trimmed the cactuses in, and that's all the moss from those. We have the rainbow endlers in this tank, a good number of them, and yeah, we need to do something here. I have an idea though. I don't want to give away the theme of the tank, but it's one that I've been thinking about for a long time, and you're gonna like it, hopefully, if you're into video games. If you're not, then you might think it's dumb, but it's something, like I said, it's been in my mind for a long time. It's been something that I wanted to do, and so we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that right now, finishing kind of cleaning this up, getting rid of some of the algae that's in here. The hair grass in the front is something that I'm glad it's here, but as you can see, it's sort of covered in this weird fuzz algae that unfortunately you cannot remove with a toothbrush, and look at that. Oh wow, I did not know that shrimp was in here, guys. It must have came in with the moss. We'll grab him out and put him back in the desert tank. But yeah, we're not gonna take out the substrate. We're gonna keep the substrate. We're gonna keep the hair grass. Probably pull the pogo stem on out and just kind of start fresh. So yeah, guys, that is gonna be the new project. I'm gonna start working on that right now. But I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're excited for whatever this tank is going to be, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when that video comes out. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it so much. We will see you in the next one.